There is a brand new sprinkler glitch inside of Grow Garden that will not make you just hundreds of millions like any other broken sprinkler glitch. This one is going to make you billions and potentially hundreds of billions. Now, as you see, I literally did this glitch just a bit and I have 10 billion, almost 11 billion shekels. This was not only easy to do for me, but I'll show you the two best methods so that you can recreate this and do it at an even higher scale, because once again, when I did this, I didn't even do it at the full potential that it had. Now, once again, I am trying to push to 150,000 subs, so if you could please subscribe, and that would be much appreciated. Now, once again, let's get into the basis. So obviously, first you're going to need the moon melons for this, because these are going to have the best mutation rates, all this stuff, bunch of details you probably really don't care. Once again, these were introduced in the blood moon update on May 17th last week. So these high value multi-crops are going to be purchasable. I think it's like 500,000 something shekels from the blood moon shop near the wise owl over here during a blood moon, which obviously is a 33% chance to trigger during night, which spawns every single hour. Now, to note though, if you are wanting to be notified when the new stock comes in, we have the weather alert inside of our Discord server, which will be in the description of this video. We have an egg stock and a normal stock with the seeds and all this. You can select all the roles. This is great because obviously you don't want to stay in the game if you want to figure out, you know, if like a beanstalk comes in or whatnot. And we have a great trading server, so you should definitely check that out. But one thing to note though is it is going to be triggered every start of an hour, and it only has a 33% chance to trigger in your server. So it's only server sided, which it lasts, I think a normal moon lasts for 10 minutes and this one's going to last for 15 minutes. So obviously a single moon melon yields about 8 fruits. I think it's 8, I believe, each one being worth a high like 45k shekels, I believe, at a base, meaning like 360,000 in total. Or obviously if you can get a good mutation on it, you can start getting it into the millions with just one crop, mind you. So you can also start to get some really high value mutations out of this, which is going to be part of the main base to this system. So, and if you're wanting to win the giveaway, I literally have 4 alt accounts with chicken jockeys just sitting there waiting for someone to enter into the giveaway. And to enter, all you got to do is like this video and comment your username down below. And once again, all you got to do is like this video and comment your username down below to enter into the giveaway. Once again, I'm giving away 4 chicken jockeys, and it's that simple. All you got to do is just like the video and leave a comment. Starting off, whenever you want to server hop, if in your current server it does not work, this is what you need to look out for. Watch for this, be careful. There is a glitch going around right now where if you favorite a crop so that it can't be claimed, no one can steal it, that does not keep it safe. And literally within seconds, a hacker can clear your entire freaking base. This happened to me where someone stole my heavily enchanted or mutated mushroom that had both the rare event disco mutation, all of this crap. It had every single mutation on it that was in estimate worth almost $1 billion, and he stole, like, as soon as I loaded in, he literally was holding it in front of me and flinging it in front of my face. Like, I have every video I've made so far, I've had this thing, and I no longer have it because this hacker stole it. So I'm going to be showing you the safest way you can server hop to try to find this. Now, what I'm going to recommend you to do is, if you do have friends, hopefully you have friends, what you're going to do is have a private server, since once again they are free. Now, what you're going to need to do is set up private servers with your friends and have each one sit in each server. So at least 4 to have like a guarantee at least 1 in the thing. And what you're going to need to do is at the start of the hour, obviously you can have them join into the server. Like, clearly, if you just click this, most likely, not only will it probably make you just join your friend if you just directly click the Grow a Garden, you know, join link, most likely it's going to make you join your friend if they're in a public server. But the one issue though is, like, you could do what I happened. Like, it was literally the first server I joined in a public server. Before the loading screen even went away, I no longer had that thing and the hacker was swinging the big thing in front of me. No sus intention on that phrasing, my bad. But the reason for this, why you need to be careful, is because it's not like there's no way to get around it. You just need to wait for the devs to push a patch note on this. Like, there is no safe way to go about handling this, and there's exploits everywhere. So what you should do is you could use an extension, obviously, to find lower servers with less people in it to obviously have a better chance. Like, obviously you could use something like, if we come to server lists, you could use a tool like this. You can click ascending and then join one of these ones that have 1 player and are increasing. This way, most likely, obviously, there's not going to be a hacker in there ready to take and wipe your entire base, and plot. So one thing to note though is, like I was saying before, I would recommend having at least 4 servers with like 4 friends, or just have this set up with other people where you sit in, if you're in Discord or all this stuff, you can then be like, oh, mine has a blood moon, and then everyone joins yours, or say your other friend says I have a blood moon and you all join his. This way you can do this effectively without obviously getting, you know, your thing stolen, banned, or hacked, or like affected by a hacker, and all while once again keeping the base of what should be working in the game. So pretty much though, once you get into the blood moon shop, I'm pretty sure moon melons are literally always in stock alongside blood bananas. I think I literally have moon melon seeds in my inventory somewhere. Never mind. Oh wait, no, yeah, I placed them down earlier. Anyways, they're literally going to be the red thing right here. Obviously the statue coming out of the ground, you can buy the moon melons from it, right? So now once you do buy these, the next step is going to be setting up your base. So over at your garden, you need to make sure you have as many as you can just clumped up. And additionally, for higher value, for the second step to making them have the best mutations to sell for the most possible, try to get this thing right here, this star collar. This is what's really going to help carry your mutations, because once again, if you can get the celestial mutation, this is going to have a 120x sell value on your plants. So we're going to quickly collect all these crops just so you can see how many I have and what it looks like. So I probably won't even be able to claim all of them. Now, no, these don't even have mutations or anything. We'll see how much I can sell them for. So when you place them all down in like whatever optimized format you have, you're going to place them all down and like this. And then what we're going to need to do is use the new glitch that's actually going to make these have crazy sell value. So what you're going to need is, obviously this is going to be based around the sprinkler glitch, but I'm going to be showing you the better way to do it in order to fully optimize this. So I'm going to quickly use the recall wrench wherever it is. Okay, so the recall wrench, now the reason why I think you should take advantage of this right now, obviously before the game updates, like as of launching this probably tomorrow, is obviously you don't want this patched, but what you do want to get is obviously in the gear shop. What you're going to need to look out for is sprinklers that have at least this increases speed and mutation chances. I would really only recommend the godly sprinkler, and obviously if you have it, the master sprinkler. This one makes it so overpowered, but at least the godly or master sprinkler. Now, if you are wanting to get these, once again, they don't come in shop very commonly. So if you do though want to join the Discord server, you can get notified any single time that it comes in. Like as you see, if you scroll up, the godly sprinkler was in, multiple people were able to join and buy it. Godly sprinkler was in again, multiple people were like, as it goes on, more and more people were able to actually buy this because they were in my Discord server with the notifier. So make sure you check that out once again. But the next thing to note is the AFK way you can do this. Now, obviously, say you're about to go to bed as you're watching this and you don't want to have to, you know, set it up. If you click the video, that'll be up on the top right corner right now. It is a full rundown of how you can automate both buying, selling, like how you can buy the seeds, and specifically how you can automate buying these things and AFK this throughout the whole night, meaning you can go the whole night. So I was able to get, I think it was literally these 3 master sprinklers. I already used a ton of godly. I think it was like almost 30 godly sprinklers and a ton of other stuff, all from this one night of AFKing, and additionally a bunch of other really overpowered rare seeds by using this method. So I definitely recommend you check that video out. Once again, up in the top right corner. Now, anyways, once you have obtained these sprinklers, what you're going to need to do is first you're going to need to clear the thing. So obviously, you know, pick them all up. You can also, if you're like have them like mine, where it's all the moon melons right here and then all the blood bananas right here, make sure you clear out your whole crop, especially if you're using something that is, you know, has the ability of like the master sprinkler that covers literally like half your entire plot. Make sure that you do have as many things in the area that are going to be affected in like completely cleared out before we place this and set it up, because once again, this is the main setup stage before the actual overpowered stage comes after this. So once you have fully cleared all of them, obviously, the next step is going to be to set up the sprinkler glitch. So pretty much the way the sprinkler glitch is, it's really basic, is you literally just slap the sprinkler down. Now, obviously the sprinkler glitch does have a really good effect. Once again, the reason why I'm saying the godly is you see it covers most of this. If you do have the master though, it literally would cover all of these, the mangoes, the cactuses over there, the beanstalks, and that I would obviously, that's why I'd recommend the master one. But after you have cleared out all the crops that will be in effect of this, once again, mainly for this, they can't grow more after they've already grown in our collectible, and they can't grow with like the golden or rainbow mutation. So once again, you do want to make sure that you have cleared the crops first, and then you're going to just go ahead and place down the sprinkler. Now, this step is pretty much the easiest, because now you got to do is just leave the game. And once you leave the game, just stay gone for like at least an hour. And then once you come back, what's going to happen is it's going to be like, oh, your garden grew while you were offline. And when you come back over here, all of these things are going to be not only way bigger, but they're also going to have a crazy amount of mutations. At least a good portion are going to be golden, and if not some rainbow. And now this is what's going to lead us into the next step of this glitch, and what's obviously going to make them have the crazy sell value. Now, what you're going to need to do is wait till you can stack even more mutations, because once again, mutation percentages stack. So you're going to need to take advantage of this. So starting off, once again, I would recommend the AFKing just so you can get more value out of this, because once again, this is how you have to get it regardless. You need to AFK and play during these events. If not, you can snipe these once again with the weather notifier in my Discord server, or you can set up the AFK method once again, which was on that video earlier, or up once again in the top right corner if you want to go click on it now, and you're going to set up the macro. This way, obviously, you can get more seeds out of this, more sprinklers out of this, and also this is going to allow you to fully automate and AFK the mutations that you're going to get on. Now, pretty much the way this is going to work is, since obviously these weather events are cycling over and over, and as it closes in on the update day, Jandel, the owner of Grow Garden, has low-key been spamming the disco event, so most likely you're going to get some crazy disco mutations on some of these crops. Now, once you have obviously set up the AFK system, just go ahead and go AFK for many hours. I would recommend at least doing 4 or 5 hours, because by the time you come back, once again, the reason why you set up a star caller right here is if a comet or a meteor hits right here, the entire area is going to be affected and get the cosmic mutation or celestial that's going to increase the sell value by, I think it's 125x, meaning obviously now you're going to be making way more out of these. But since once again, you already added the size mutation from the earlier setup beforehand, now additionally, you're also going to have, say like it's golden with the 20x, because once again, it can't sell unless it has golden. Like you can't get a golden mutation on one that's already grown. So since you set it up beforehand like that, now you're going to be able to get this. So pretty much what's going to happen is once this is done, you're literally going to be able to clear out just pretty much this section alone, like just the moon melons off of just a few of them, and literally be able to sell for hundreds of millions and potentially literally billions. I was personally able to sell my entire plot for 9 billion using just the base form of this method. Now, if you are wanting to get more into the analytical side, if you're wanting to stack the mutations, so starting off with the celestial, if you can get the celestial, this is going to have the 120x multiplier on the moon melon. And then the shocked mutation, once again, the lightning storm, if you can also once again get a, I think it's called a lightning rod, place this just right in the general area. This is going to increase the chances of lightning striking that during a thunderstorm, which has a 100x sell value. So now you're not looking at like a 200x, you're looking at 120x times 100x. So let me just pull up my calculator while we go over this, right? So this is the base sell value. So if you get celestial on it, then it has 120x. Then you get the shocked on it. Now it has a 12,000x sell value. Then if it is one of the ones that sold that was golden, then now it's going to have this on it. So the 1200 times the the golden, which is going to then have a 240,000x sell value. And then if you also AFK'd and then get the moonlit mutation on it, which is going to be a 2x sell value. So we have the 240,000, which is going to then be times 2. And then if you also get bloodlit, because most likely you're going to have a blood moon, then times 4, which now we're at the 1.9 million X sell value. And then if it got rained and then chilled, now it's going to be frosted. Now you're going to have a 10x on that, which is going to be a 19 million X multiplier. Now, obviously, the mechanics behind it are probably a bit different, but when it comes to the basic math, that's pretty much what we're looking at. So if you can get most of the base weather event mutations, you're going to be looking at in the range of a 24 million X sell value, which means that obviously realistically isn't going to be like direct, and obviously, you know, the chances of having every single one of those mutations on it is pretty rare, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. But anyways, this is going to be the most overpowered method. Now this is literally going to mean you can just get your basic moon melons, stack all these mutations on, and most likely the mutations are going to be mixed through, so you won't get the perfect value mix, but you are still going to be selling for literally billions. Now, anyways, if this video helped you out, once again, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because I am once again trying to hit 150,000. And anyways, I'll see you on the next one.